Chris Brentle. Chris Brentle.
I think we do need to find a second and third theme song that are related somehow.
We do.
Yeah, well, I'll dig them up.
Hey, if we could find the old Four Horsemen theme song, that'd be pretty cool.
I can find pretty much anything.
The most dominant group in wrestling.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. Maybe the Goldberg theme.
I don't like it. Wasn't a Goldberg guy.
Yeah, that theme song though was that theme song was something else.
I don't like it.
Or how about the? Hold on here. Let me. I think I have your second theme song. I don't know if I'll be able to find a. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to find an instrumental version. So we'll probably just have to use the regular version of it. But I think we got it here.
I am a true American, DC.
Yeah.
I'm like one of America's treasures, really.
Well, you're the American dream.
Yeah, exactly. My body type will be like the American dream here in 10 years. Maybe 5.
Well, you do you wear polka dots to work. You can do that.
I do have a good elbow, too.
Yeah?
Got a good elbow.
I mean, you work hard for the man.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're everything. You know, if you ever get a chance, go back and watch some of those little vignettes he did, where he's doing all kinds of jobs. There's one where he's a plumber. He goes into this woman's house. She has a clogged toilet, and he goes in and he's like, "Okay, step back, mama. I'm gonna go in here and fix this." Closes the door, and you just hear all these noises. You see water coming from under the door. He wasn't a very good plumber.
No, luckily he was good in the ring.
Yeah. So okay. I'm not gonna get derailed on wrestling talk.
That was
again.
good. Before we move on, though, that was a good impression. I give you props for that. That was good.
I'm gonna have to work on my Dusty Rhodes. I don't do impressions, but I got a little bit of a Dusty Rhodes. So I can do a little bit of one. I'll have to do the Hard Times promo sometime.
Can you do Gold Dust?
No, I can't do Gold Dust.
It's weird noises.
Well, hold on. I'm going to see if I can find. Let's see if I can find this real quick. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but there's one particular part of this promo that is the best. And here we go. I want this on. Hold on. He's talking about Baby Doll when she turned and joined the Horsemen. That Jezebel. I'm gonna get you, Ric Flair. Shame on you. He was the best at that kind of stuff.
He was good.
People could learn a lot from Dusty Rhodes. Public speaking, they could learn a lot from Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
If I taught a public speaking course, I'd use some of his stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And people make fun of it for being fake and scripted and all that stuff. But these guys, especially back in the 70s and 80s, they weren't scripted. What they would do is they would have an idea of where they're going to go with the story, and they would just go out and do it. And some guys could do it, some guys couldn't. And Dusty Rhodes was one of the guys that could do it. However, I'll find you a guy that couldn't do it. I don't know if you've ever seen this. This guy's name is Jumpin Jeff Farmer. And
Jumpin Jeff.
And okay, I promise we'll do something real. We'll do something real here in a minute.
Oh,
but
this is as real as it gets, DC.
This is now it's labeled best wrestling promo ever.
Earlier we talked to Jumpin Jeff Farmer. Let's go now to that interview. Folks, there's Jumpin Jeff Farmer. Jeff, a while back, what a match you had with Motley.
Yep. Probably the hardest match I ever had in my life. But I don't like it when things aren't going my way. Motley Cruz, you turn the tables on me.
He's scared. First off, he's scared to death.
He's nervous.
He's looking right at the camera. This guy's scared to death. And why did they admit that it's a recorded interview when the interviewer goes in wearing the exact same suit? Same interviewer, same suit. Why not just say, and here's Jumpin Jeff Farmer? Why say, we recorded an interview earlier, here it is.
Here's
and then go right.
Jumpin Jeff.
At least change your tie.
You can hear his breathing. He's very nervous.
Yep.
Yep. They turn the tables.
I don't like it when things don't go my way. You know,
Motley Cruz.
Sounds like the first time I was on the radio. Okay. It's only a minute long, so we'll check out the rest of this.
You turn the tables in a wrong way. You got me mad now.
Mad
I've
now.
stood around,
You got me mad now.
listened to everything you had to say. I did everything necessary. But when you turn around and you backstab me one way or another, and you cheat me out of what's rightfully mine.
You cheat. You backstab me one way. There's only one way to backstab somebody, in the back.
That's when I get angry. Now I'm the one doing the challenging. I'm issuing a challenge to you, Motley Cruz. Get in the ring with me. This time, I'm going full force.
Jumpin Jeff Farmer. Now let's go to...
Jumpin Jeff Farmer.
And the announcer completely no-sells the entire thing.
No.
Jumpin Jeff Farmer. Now back to the ring.
Yeah.
Doesn't even take a breath in between.
Wow.
Now
I feel like CM Punk, how good he is behind the mic, he emulated this guy somehow.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what I think.
Yep.
Yep.
The dead air.
Glorious was that interview.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything else about this guy other than this is the only thing anybody ever knows about him. And
Well, apparently he had good leaping ability.
Yeah.
His name was Jumpin.
well, you would think so.
Yes.
He doesn't look like a very big guy. He's smaller than the announcer.
Yeah.
And the announcer looks like kind of a small guy. The announcer, again, he had a good voice, but he wasn't a very good announcer either. I mean, he certainly didn't ask any follow-up questions or any kind of interview stuff. He just, here's Jumpin Jeff Farmer, holds the mic in front of his face. Maybe you could have helped him out. He's certainly no Mean Gene.
Well, you don't want to be one of those announcers that agitates the wrestlers. Then you get beat up backstage and stuff.
Well, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Okay. One more.
Then you'll get stossled.
Okay, one more, and this is this one. I think I might have shown this one to you before. Mean Gene, and this is one of my favorites of all time. Mean Gene Okerlund was interviewing Wendy Richter, of course, the former women's champion. Have you ever seen this?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, this is a good one. Again, it's only 30 seconds, so we're not wasting a whole lot of time here. Okay, Mean Gene Okerlund, he's interviewing Wendy Richter. The background behind this, she was the women's champion at the time, the fabulous Moolah, who I saw wrestle. That's how old I am. I saw Moolah. I think she wrestled. Oh no, she wrestled Leilani Kai the time I saw that match. I was in the 6th row. I remember this. It was Christmas Day, 1986, and I was in the 6th row. So I was 12, 13 years old. I yell, "Hit her with the belt!" And Moolah heard me and took the belt and hit the other girl with the belt. So I was calling spots in the match. Okay, so here's Mean Gene interviewing Wendy Richter, another famous interview.
All right, let's take you now to Mean Gene Okerlund in a rather unusual set of circumstances. Let's take you to Mean
Off the
Gene.
wall, it remains to be seen, but I've got to say this. I think Mullah's behind the whole thing, Wendy.
Oh, I do too, and I know she's digging up girls from everywhere that want this belt. Every woman in professional wrestling wants my belt, but I want it too, and I had to fight inch for inch to get this, and I'm not about to lay down on my back and let someone cover me.
I thank you very much. We're going to be right back.
The cameramen are laughing. Now, again, this was another taped interview. That's how they did things back then. They go back to the program, and Vince is laughing. This is back, when they wouldn't admit that Vince was the owner of the company. He was just supposed to be an announcer. But and they put that on there just because it was a good laugh.
No, definitely. That's hilarious.
Oh, and there was tons of hidden jokes in wrestling back in those days. A lot of Pat Patterson jokes, and anybody who knows wrestling knows what I'm talking about with Pat Patterson and Ronnie Garvin jokes. But there were quite a few of those as well, and I didn't know about them until the last couple of years, maybe. The advent of the internet lets you go back and look at some of this stuff from the 80s,
Right.
and say, "Wow, that was really before its time."
Remember when Pat Patterson and Briscoe, they were the Stooges? They were like J&J Security of the corporation back in the day?
Yeah, it's the same gimmick.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
Yeah, and
I remember one time he charges the ring and Steve Austin's in there, Stone Cold. And JR's like, "That's Pat Patterson. here he comes, and there he goes. Austin, he just ran in the ring. Austin just throw him out of the ring over the top rope. There goes Patterson.
Well, I guess Patterson's at the age now where he can't do a whole lot. He's got to be in his late 70s by now, so he probably can't do a whole lot. But he was always a good bad guy.
And Briscoe,
yeah.
Now J&J Security, they have something going for them. They were a lot younger than Briscoe and Patterson were at the time.
So they have a few more years of being weasels ahead of them.
Exactly.
And they're so little, you can't do anything else with them. Okay. So what do we have going on in sports? I was going to ask you about Rand Paul, but we'll talk about that some other time.
Okay. Well, we have Wyoming football and NCAA tournament news.
Okay. And on that note,
I think that's what we have coming up. I don't know.
Well,
it'll be sports. It might be Rider baseball. You never know. It's a surprise this hour.
Yep.
The #1 talk show in Northeast Wyoming. Don Carpenter on News Talk 1270 KIML. If it's sports, we've got it covered. Now with Chris Brentle.
The Cowboys continue spring practice, and there's a new national champion in men's basketball. I'm Chris Brentle with your Basin Radio Sports Update. The Wyoming Cowboy football team held its fourth spring practice Monday. At some spots, some players on Craig Bull's team are separating themselves. One of those positions is at quarterback. Indiana transfer Cameron Coppin is the clear #1 so far.
I think you're seeing some players begin to separate. There's getting to be a separation at the quarterback